Boa tarde. Hello, welcome to the 2025 UEFA Women's Champions League final, matchday -1 press conference with Barcelona. We have translations available in English, Spanish, Catalan, and Portuguese. With me on stage, we have head coach Pere Romeu, alongside Aitana Bonmatí and Alexia Putellas. Please ask one question. Please state your name and the media that you're with. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go Barça first, please.
Pere, Albert Viladegut per la web del club. Veniu
It's for the club website. You just won Chelsea. You were quite comfortable. Now you are playing Arsenal. They are second. My question, what do you think is the danger in Arsenal? Hi. Well, they are very different teams. Chelsea is probably more capable to do a counter-attack, very good in this kind of games. Arsenal is a very brave team, very offensive. They are capable also very good in the sides, also in the area. I would say they are two different teams, both of them very good, and we'll have to use our best version tomorrow.
Let's go next to Rakuno.
Hello, Laia Coll, RAC1. Tomorrow, do you think it's a good match to use all spaces to reaching the best possibility? Yeah, I think it's a good possibility. We know the kind of games we do. We try to put them low. We have several registers. We are good in different game types. We'll try to take the best of us and to explore all spaces.
All right, next let's go to Catalunya Radio, please. In the back left.
It's a question for Alexia. Do you have the feeling that in the last years you get by the end of the season quite injured and overcharged, but it's not the same this year? Don't you have the same feeling? Hi, good afternoon. I don't know. I don't know if that was the situation in the past. What I know is that right now we are with excellent feelings, we are full of energy. I believe we've been working the whole year, both players and also the coach and the doctors. It's been positive for us, and we are here full of energy. We saw that in the previous games. We'll see that tomorrow. And I think we are in good shape, both physically and also for game.
Hi, a question for Aitana. Nice to see you. Given where Arsenal were at the start of the season, and obviously they had a few struggles, the manager left, to see them now in the final, were you surprised to see them obviously get this far? Thank you.
Good afternoon, thank you. I said a few years ago, a few days ago, that for me it was a surprise that Arsenal beat Lyon, but they deserve so well to be in the final because they won and they scored 4 goals to one of the best teams. No, we didn't score 4 goals to Lyon, never. So well, they arrived in the final of the season, so well, and they deserve to be in this final.
Diario Sport, next, please. Right here.
Good afternoon. It's a question for Alexia. In the last 2 finals, you also played the last minutes. This season has been very good for you. How are you feeling right now by the end of the season, and how do you feel by playing this final? Well, it will depend of the coach. If he chooses me to play, I try to give my best version in every game, thinking in the team, whatever the role I'm in, whatever the position I'm in. In the last two finals, I was injured quite badly. Luckily enough, this year I had more continuity, and I really felt, I mean, because when you are injured, you break the rhythm, but now I've been lucky enough. I worked a lot and I felt very good during the season. I tried to give my best version, and if the coach decides I'll be there tomorrow, that will be the case.
Javier Gascón de Mundo Deportivo.
Javier Gascon
From
Aitana,
Deportivo for Aitana. This year, it seems like everyone is placing you on the favorite
Do you think that could have
label.
some
How could this
repercussion?
affect the match tomorrow?
Does
Is
it
it
place with
giving you trust? Well, good afternoon. It is good that we are given this label, the favorite label, because of what we've been doing in recent years. But we do know how important it is tomorrow's match. We know this is a final, and although this is a new rival or a rival that hasn't been in a final for years, it is not an easy match for us, and we still need to play the game. It is a final, and anybody could win.
Middle white shirt, please.
Good afternoon. Andreas from Norwegian Broadcasting. Just wondering about Caroline Graham Hansen, the big Norwegian star in this team for you, Bonmatí. She tends to shine in even the big occasions, even stronger than ever. What are your expectations for her tomorrow, and how will you describe Caro?
Good afternoon. Everybody here knows Caro. She's an amazing player, one of the best in the world, and the best in her position for sure. For us, it's so important, and he creates a lot of occasions herself alone, and has a big ability with the ball. So I expect the best match for her tomorrow, as always she used to do.
Let's go to El País next, please. Right here.
Hola, buenas tardes a los tres. Y ahora para el país.
Hello, good afternoon, El País. I want to ask you, Alexia, 13 years have gone by since the first Champions Barça match. You're the only player left here in the squad against Arsenal 0-7 in global. How do you remember that match, and what has changed in Barça so far? Thank you. Well, we didn't really have to remember the final result, did we? No, that's just a joke. Everything leads you or takes you to be what you are now. Back then, in that first match, in this first competition, in this women's team, it was something unthinkable to imagine what has come later. And no doubt, there's a lot of people behind, a lot of work, technical teams and players, fans. I remember those matches back then in the mini stadium and how they are now. It's quite unthinkable, all the change and the evolution this has had, particularly since we are professionals. We have been professionals for a relatively short time, and after that we have achieved 6 finals. I think I'm privileged for having been able to experience all this journey, and with the motivation, the energy and the will to continue traveling a very long journey ahead, starting with tomorrow's final. And this is just a story, the fact that the first match was against Arsenal, and tomorrow's final, we have a title there to battle over. It's also against them.
Excuse me.
Hola, bones, Laia Bonals per al periòdico. Pere, jo et volia preguntar, el Barça demà farà 100
Pere,
partits a la
tomorrow
Champions. Tu ets
Barça
l'entrenador que
will
dirigirà
play
aquest
the
equip.
100th
Com es porta aquesta
game.
responsabilitat o com es
How do
prepara
you
o es parla
feel
amb un
bearing
vestidor
that
que porta tants
responsibility?
partits
How do
en
you
la màxima
prepare
competició europea
your
i que a més
players?
és el vigent campió i tu com a entrenador que és la primera temporada
You
que estàs
as a
al
coach and
volant
your
d'aquest
first
equip, com ho
season
portes tu
with
i com es
this
parla amb el vestidor? Merci.
team, how do you feel it and how do you convey that to the team? Well, it's a special situation. It's a final.
Una competició molt bona a la resta de partits.
We had a
Una
very
majoria de
good
partits
competition.
molt bons. Demà és una
In
final.
most
Aquest
games.
equip
Tomorrow
té
is a
experiència en
final.
finals
This
anteriors. Sabem el
team
tipus de
has
partit
good experience.
que volem fer.
We
I jo a
know
nivell
the
personal
kind
ho
of
porto
game
bé.
we
Ha sigut
want
una
to
setmana de
do.
molta
And
feina, de molt
personally
treball, que és
speaking,
una cosa
I'm
que m'agrada, que és
fine.
una cosa que
I've
gaudeixo
been
molt,
working
que
a
és una
lot.
cosa
I love
que hem
it.
estat
I
moltes hores a la
enjoy
feina
it.
amb tot cos tècnic i staff,
We
cosa que
spent many,
ens dona
many
molta
hours
seguretat
with
per
the
fer les coses
technical
que hi
team.
toquin. Ens
We
dona
are
molt
sure
convenciment i
of
demà
our
s'ha de sortir
performance.
a fer un
And
fer un bon
tomorrow
partit, a fer un
we
dels
have
partits
to
i a
play,
dominar el
have
ritme
to do
necessari
a
per
good
poder,
game, dominating
tenir
the
un bon nivell,
rhythm
que és el que
in
ens
order
agradaria.
to
I si
have
això
the
ho fem bé,
ball.
estarem més a prop de
And if
merèixer
we do
guanyar, que
that,
sabem que és una final
we'll
i
deserve.
mereixem-ho tot.
But a final
Let's
is a
go,
final.
white shirt in the middle, please.
Bones, Pere Romeu per Raúl Lebron per IB3 Televisió. Te volia demanar com d'important
Pere
han estat
Romeu,
per tu aquest any
how
de figura
important
de
was
Nakatacoi,
this
que
year
ha estat
Anaketa
aquest
Koi
any ha guanyat el seu primer Zamora i
that
també de
won
la Patri
her
Jarro, que
first
sembla
Zamora and Patrick
gairebé
Jarro,
imprescindible en aquest
which
mig
are
del camp.
almost, which is one of the most important
imprescindible,
in
no
midfield.
gairebé.
Yeah, she is
La
very
Cata,
important.
la Cata bé, és
Cata
una grandíssima portera, no estic descobrint
is
res.
an
Ha
excellent
fet una molt bona
goalkeeper.
temporada.
She
Per
did
part
a
meva té
great
un
season.
màxima confiança.
She
És
has
una
all
portera
my
que xuta pals,
confidence.
és molt bona, que té molta
She's
valentia amb
very
el peu
good.
i per nosaltres
She
és
has a
la
good
primera atacant i és
control,
algo
and
important.
for
I
us
referent a la
it's
Patri,
very
és una
important.
jugadora
And
que
Patri
ens ajuda a jugar bé, ens ajuda
is
a
a
jugar al
player
nostre
that
futbol,
helps the
ens
team
ajuda
to
que tant
play
l'Aitana com
well.
l'Alexia i la resta de jugadores
She
treguin la
helps
seva
so
millor
that
versió. Així que és una
Aitana
jugadora
and
com a equip
Alexia
imprescindible
can
al nostre futbol.
play, and she's very, very important for our
To
football.
the Vanguardia next, please. Let's go. We'll go for you after. No worries.
Hola, bona tarda. Anaïs Martí de La Vanguardia.
Hi, good
Pregunta per
afternoon.
l'Aitana. Et
My
volia
question
preguntar
is
què
for
és el que has
Aitana.
après tu després d'haver
What
jugat
did you
5
learn
finals de la
after
Champions
5
i també
finals?
si heu
And
trobat
also,
molt a falta aquesta temporada una
did
futbolista que
you
demà us trobareu i
miss
que serà rival com és la Mariona. Gràcies.
Mariona during this season that
Bona
you'll
tarda,
see
gràcies.
tomorrow with Arsenal? Good
Què he
afternoon.
après?
Thank you for the
Doncs,
question. What did I
si
learn?
començo no acabo, he après
Well, if I start, it's a very long
moltes
list.
coses.
I
Com deia
learned a
l'Alexia
lot.
fa un moment,
As
crec
Alexia was
que és el camí
saying,
que ens ha tocat
I
i
think
del camí
we are
se
on
n'aprèn
our
molt.
way.
Sí,
We learned
penso
a
en la
lot.
primera final que vam jugar
In the
a
first
Budapest,
final in
un equip
Budapest,
sense experiència que
I
anava a
remember
gaudir
we
d'aquella
had no
final i a veure què
experience.
passava, no?
We just
I ara
wanted to
som
enjoy
segurament l'equip
the game.
a
And
batre
now
amb molta experiència,
we
no? Jo
are
crec que
totally
aquesta
different.
experiència,
We
ho he dit en
have
altres
lots of
ocasions,
experience.
és algo
And
positiu
this
per nosaltres perquè ens
experience,
fa
as I said in the
saber
past, is
estar
very
i crec que en
positive
aquests partits
because
el saber estar
it
és molt
helps
important,
us
no? El saber
in a
patir,
final.
el saber
We
també
know
jugar amb la
how
pilota
to
quan
suffer.
la cosa
We
va
know
favorable
to play the
i
ball.
el no rendir-te mai també perquè hem tingut finals
And
on
also being brave
anàvem
because
amb
in
marcador en
some
contra i les hem
finals
sabut remuntar. Per tant, crec que
we
ens hem vist en
overcame a bad
totes
result.
les
So I
ocasions,
think we
les hem
lived
vist
all
a tots
kind of
colors i això és
situations,
positiu perquè ja hem
and that's
tingut altres
positive for
experiències.
us because these are
Per
experiences
altra
that
banda,
helps
respecte
us a
a
lot.
la Mariona i també la
And
Coi, han estat
for Mariona and
jugadores
Koi, yeah,
amb les quals hem compartit molt
we shared a lot
i que ens han aportat
of
molt.
experiences with them.
La
They've been very
Mariona
important
tothom
for us.
la coneix aquí.
Mariona, as you all
És una
know,
jugadora que coneix el joc de
she's
possessió tan
an
bé com
excellent
nosaltres
player.
i que
She
evidentment s'ha de
knows the
trobar a faltar,
position
però
game
crec que li ha anat
extremely
molt bé
well.
l'any i s'ho
We
mereix
miss
perquè
her, but we
és
are
una gran
happy
jugadora i
that
també
she's having a good
persona, també
season.
companya, li desitjo el
She
millor
was an
sempre,
excellent
però demà no,
colleague.
evidentment,
I
demà ens ho
wish
desitjo a
her
nosaltres.
always the best, but not tomorrow.
I
I'm
bé,
sorry about that.
sí, evidentment és una jugadora que la
And
trobem
yeah,
a faltar,
obviously we miss
però tenim un
her.
gran equip i
But we
seguim
have
jugant al mateix
an
estil.
excellent team. Our style is
Però bé,
the
demà
same.
que sigui el nostre
And
partit.
tomorrow it has to be
Let's go
our
to
game.
shirt there, please.
My name is Omar Hakatuba. I represent omarsports.com. My question is to both players. With both of you being, sorry.
One
okay,
question.
just one. Okay, Putellas, I guess. With you being a major voice in female football, what message do you think that this final sends to the young generation of girls or the next generation of girls watching from all over the world?
My English is improving, but I'm gonna with Spanish. Sorry. Better Aitana, yeah.
Me? Okay. About our message for the next generation, no? Yeah, we are. I always say that we have to be proud for being examples, because when we were young, we didn't have these examples, no? So the best examples for the future generation, more than the message, is to predict with an example, no? To keep being the best, but with the best way to be. Well, I think our team, we are working every year the same way and with the same ambition to show the world and this future generation that they can be footballers, professional footballers, because when we were young, we didn't have the chance to see our future as a professional footballers, and now we can be their examples for the future generation, so we have to stay proud and be proud of that.
Let's go to Cadena Ser, please.
Hola, Ana Palet de la Cadena Ser. Mi pregunta es para Alexia. Cada final tiene una historia, tiene
My
unas
question is for
particularidades, un
Alexia.
camino
Each final
hasta
has its
llegar a ella. No
specificities
sé, dentro del
and its
vestuario y del
path.
equipo,
I don't
¿qué
know
percibís
whether
especial
what do you
de
perceive in the
esta
squad and
final? ¿Qué es lo
team
que más
that's
motiva
special
a vosotros?
about
Gracias.
this final. What motivates you the most? Thank you.
Es un poco
Well,
impredecible una
it is a
final,
bit
¿no? Siempre pueden
unpredictable, a final is.
haber cosas
There can always be
que puedes
things
no llegar a controlar,
that
pero lo que
you
sí
may
que
not
tenemos claro
be
es que
able
todo
to
lo que
control.
depende de
But what is clear to us is that whatever depends on
y
us,
tal y como ha sido la temporada,
and
sabemos
as the season has
que lo
gone,
podemos hacer,
we
¿no?
know that we can
Sí,
actually
es
do
verdad
it.
que el Arsenal es un
It is
gran
true that
equipo y
Arsenal
tiene
is a great
grandísimas
team
jugadoras, muy buena
with
entrenadora
great
también,
players, a great
y que
coach as
están en la
well,
final
and
por
they're
algo.
there in the
Como
final
antes
for a
ha dicho
reason.
Aitana, marcaron 4 contra
As
Lyon, han
Aitana
eliminado al
said
Real Madrid
before,
también, es
they
un
eliminated
gran
Real
equipo, pero
Madrid
sí
and
tenemos la
scored 4 against
sensación
Lyon.
que
It's a great
si
team, but we do get
conseguimos
the
estar
feeling
en
that
nuestra
if
mejor
we
versión,
manage to
creemos
get
que
in
van a
our
salir
best
muchas cosas
version,
bien, ¿no?
many
También
things
es
will
cierto
come
que
out
luego es fútbol
good.
y
It is
puede
true
pasar
that
cualquier cosa,
this is
puede
football in the end,
entrar
and anything
o
may
no
happen.
entrar el balón, pero sí que tenemos la confianza
We may
que el
score
plan de
or
partido
not
y si
score, but
nosotras
we do trust the
sacamos
match
nuestra
plan.
mejor versión,
And
estaremos
if
muy
we are
cerca de
in our
conseguir
best
muchas
version,
ocasiones
we'll get
que al
closer
final nos
to
acerquen
all
al
those
gol, que
occasions
es lo
that
que te va
can
a
bring
dar
us closer
la
to the
victoria
goal,
y
which will
evidentemente el título.
give you the triumph and the title.
Front here in the blue, please. Thank you.
Soy de hermana gemela de Merel.
Es igual.
Sí. I thought maybe you were confused a little bit, but I work for ESPN in the Netherlands. We have Esmee Brugts, obviously, as a Dutch player. Is it possible for you to describe in English what kind of teammate she is and how she's developing this year?
Yeah, we try. I speak better in Catalan, but...
You can also do it in Spanish, but then I have to ask Merel to translate it for me.
Yeah.
So
We have
what you want?
translations available.
Yeah, I know.
What do you want?
La Esmee.
Yeah, sí. Well, the first year we thought about her that she's so shy, but this year it's, I don't know how to say. She has her space in the group, no? And she can talk more, and we know, we this year are knowing her as she is out of football, but in the pitch, she's developing so fast. I think the first year in Barça, when you are young, it's so difficult. But this year we could see the real level of her. That it's amazing. I think she gave us a lot as a player, and she's doing so good as a left back.
Does she have a nickname?
A nickname?
Esme.
Esme.
Yeah.
Esme. That's all.
Let's go to Radio Nacional España next, please. In the back.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Sara Gutiérrez de Radio Nacional. Alexia,
Hello,
quería
Sara
preguntarte a
Gutierrez
ti
from Radio
especialmente
Nacional.
si
Alexia, I
llegados a
wanted
este
to
punto, a
ask
una
you
final más,
particularly, having
¿se
reached
tiende a
this
mirar hacia
final,
atrás,
do
hacia,
you
bueno,
look
de dónde
backwards
venimos, qué es lo que se ha conseguido,
from where
o
we're
perspectiva
coming
de
and
futuro,
what you've
hacia dónde se
achieved,
puede
or do you have
llegar
a
y
future
no sé
perspective
cuál
where
es
you
el
can
límite,
head
¿no?
to,
¿Dónde puede
perhaps,
llegar
and
o
what
hasta
is
dónde,
the
en este
limit?
caso, este equipo? Gracias.
In this case, where can
Bueno,
this team
es
get to?
una buena pregunta, porque
Well,
es un
this is a truly good
poco
question
también un
because
dilema que puede
it
tener
is also a dilemma.
una deportista o una futbolista en nuestro caso, ¿no? Porque sí
Footballer
que
or
como
sports
tiendes
person
a
can have,
olvidar un poco
because you tend to
lo que ha
forget
conseguido el
what
equipo, lo que has
the
hecho como
team has
jugadora
achieved and what you've done
para
as a
seguir
player
con los objetivos
to
futuro. Entonces es
continue
difícil como
with
encontrar ese
future
equilibrio,
goals
¿no?
and
Pero
objectives, so it's difficult to strike
por
that
las
balance.
características de
But
este
given
equipo y
the
de todas las
characteristics
jugadoras que
of this
formamos,
team and all the players that
parte y
make it up,
también el staff,
as well
sí que es verdad que
as all the
miramos muy
staff,
poco lo que hemos
we
conseguido, ¿no?
don't
Siempre
really
decimos que
analyze or look at
a
what
pesar
we've done
de,
much.
en este caso,
We
llevar
always
3
say that
Champions, eso
despite
no te
having
hace empezar el
3
partido mañana ganando
champions, this
1-0,
does not
ni
mean
por
you're going to
llevar
win
no sé
tomorrow,
cuántas finales, ¿no? Entonces sí que es verdad que lo
no
tienes
matter
todo
how
un
many
poco ahí,
finals.
que sabes lo
So
que
it is
hemos
true
hecho,
that
pero
that
no
is
lo
there.
vives al
We
día
know
a
what
día. De
we've
hecho, se
done,
te olvida
but it's
bastante
not your day-to-day
rápido
work.
y
You
más
actually
ahora
forget
que las
quite fast,
temporadas van
particularly
siendo
now that
encadenadas una tras
seasons
otra.
are all chained together.
Siempre quieres ir al
You
objetivo
always
próximo,
want
¿no?
to go to the
Olvidando
next level, to the
prácticamente
next goal,
lo que has conseguido.
and
Entonces,
you almost forget
el
what you've
próximo
achieved.
objetivo es la
So
final
the
de
next goal
mañana.
is tomorrow's final.
Intentaremos prepararla de la mejor
We will
manera,
try
nos
to
dejaremos la
prepare
piel
it
para conseguir el
in the
título
best possible way. We
bueno,
will
espero que
give our
termine bien y una vez
best to
termine
get this
pues nos
title,
quedará
and I
otra
hope
final
it ends
y así
well. And
siempre con todos
once
los
it
partidos
ends, there'll be one
que
more
nos quedan
final.
por delante y también
And
es una
this will
manera de vivir
happen
esta
with all
profesión
future
y
matches,
es lo
and
que
this is a
amamos.
way of experiencing this professional way as well. This is what we love.
Record? No? Yeah. Okay, let's go to l'équipe. L'équipe. No, we already did. We already had a question. Okay, let's go here on the right side, please. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Helen from Norwegian newspaper VG. I was wondering, like my fellow Norwegian over here, about Caroline Graham Hansen. For Aitana, where would you place Caroline among all the great players that you've played with over the years?
The place?
Yeah, like rank or place.
One of the best, of course. We know how Caro plays, and which is her level is amazing. I said before, she's one of the best players of the world and the best in her position. And for me, it's so easy to play alongside with her. I think she makes me better, and I can help her to be a little bit better. And yeah, it's amazing to play with her.
Okay. Let's do the classes here. Yeah. Please.
Hello, that's a question for Aitana too, I'm sorry. Again in English. In an interview you said that Lyon has won more Champions League than Barça did, but for now, and do you think winning tomorrow would be massive as Lyon hasn't won a Champions League for 3 years now?
Pardon?
In an interview, you said that for now, Lyon, Olympique Lyonnais, has more Champions League than you, Barça, has. But do you think that winning tomorrow would be like a massive thing for women football, as Lyon for now like hasn't won any of the last 3 Champions League? Thank you.
Thank you. I don't want to compare with Lyon. They had their own path, and now we have our path. We are different team in different years. We used to talk really good about them because for us, they were the mirror in the past, and now we can tell that maybe we are the mirror for a lot of teams, no? So we are proud of our path, and we will try to be more historical tomorrow.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. The training session will start in a few minutes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Adiós.
D'appel?